Hey everybody, Kennis Russell here. Hope you're doing great. Today I'm taking a look at this unit right here. This is a 4 microphone wireless unit. It's from Phenyx Pro, the PTU-5000. Check it out. So this Phenyx Pro PTU-5000, I'm going to go through quickly some of the pros and the cons of this unit. It's a 1-space rack unit, but it has 4 microphones that come with it. And let me just go through these pros and cons real quick, and we'll see if this might be a good fit for you or not. The first is the price. The price is actually very, very competitive. It's about $200. I looked on Amazon right before this video, and at the time of making this, it was $189 for 4 microphones, especially at the quality that these are, is actually really, really good price point. I'll get into the construction quality right now. Everything is basically metal. A lot of times when you get the lower end stuff, as far as kind of entry level microphones getting in the wireless, you get a lot of plastic. Sometimes it's good plastic, but it's plastic nonetheless. This is like a milled aluminum or something. It's a pretty good quality. I mean, it's a quality product. Like when you hold it, sometimes when you hold a cheap microphone, you're like, yeah, I'm holding the cheap microphone, and then you pick up a Shure or something like that, and you're like, yeah, that feels like a mic. This feels like a good microphone. And all 4 of them are the same, with the exception of 2 of them have a blue band on it, and 2 of them have this orange band on it. So the construction is great. Another thing that I like about it is on the back, it has 2 antennas here, and these screw in, which I really like, because if you had some sort of antenna system where you were using a different antenna, you could attach it to it. I also like that it has 2 antennas, which is going to allow you to have a better reception. It's got 4 1/4-inch jacks on the back, and then this one mix out. It comes with a cable right here, and I mean, it's a kind of a cheap cable, but it's just a 1/4-inch cable with a 1/4-inch to 1/8-inch adapter on here in case you were hooking it up to some system. So I really like this because this shows that it has functionality in somewhat of a professional setting as well as an amateur setting. You know, if I have a friend that his daughter plays piano, and he kind of made this like performance area in his house, and he got a little microphone system, and a little some speakers to hook up. So this is the type of thing that you know what, maybe you don't want to have 4 XLRs coming out of this. You could just plug in 1 1/4-inch cable and you could still get it to work. I like that. It's got volumes here or gains here on the front, so you can adjust your volumes if you're using the mix out that way. But I really like it for the functionality of having it, like where I'm at right now. I'm in the children's ministry at our church, and we just needed a couple more microphones. Sometimes we'll do like a full band setup in here. Sometimes it's just a couple people, but sometimes we need to have more microphones. And so I like that it's got 4 of these, the same, and it seems like the quality is gonna last, especially in a kid's environment. Stuff gets dropped and that kind of thing. So the construction is really good. It looks really nice. Like I said before, when you pick this up, it looks like it belongs. It's not. It looks like it's a higher end product than it actually probably really is. Just the look that it has. They did a good job of making it look great, even from just how it turns on. And it's got a little power button here at the bottom that is very similar. It feels very, very similar to higher end stuff. It looks great. It's very simple to use. The hookup on this, it's just simply plugging in 4 XLRs or the mix into a system. You don't have to dial in anything. It's just very, very easy to hook up. And then it's very compact as well. It's not 4 units like this. I'm not having like 4 rack units, or even Duel where I'm having 2 rack units. It's 1 unit. So it's not taking up a whole lot of space. I'm gonna be able to set it up here on this shelf and have no problem whatsoever with it. I could put it in a rack if I wanted to, but I don't think I'm gonna do that with this one. It comes with everything you need to get started, including this cord, even though personally I'm not gonna use it. I'm gonna use this little mini XLR snake that I have. It comes with batteries for everything that it needs. And I'm gonna go through some of the cons that this unit has. The first con is the battery compartment. And this is a small issue, but you know, the batteries that come with it is great. They fit right in there, normal batteries. But we use rechargeable batteries, and the rechargeable batteries, and this isn't just with this unit. Where did I put them? There we go. Rechargeable batteries, not just with this unit, but I've noticed in a lot of equipment, the battery compartments are just too small, because rechargeable batteries, for whatever reason, maybe it's the coating that they put on it, but they're just a slight bit bigger than normal batteries. And I've actually got a high-end in-ear set that doesn't work with rechargeable batteries because it just doesn't fit in there. So this is kind of a con, but it's actually pretty common with manufacturers. But when you put it in, you get ready to slide it in, it like doesn't want to slide. And I was able to just jam it in, and it works. So that's fine to do. I don't think it's going to be any problem. There's just, I was feeling around and there's just a little tab that gets in the way. But, like I said, the workaround is just kind of jamming it in. So that's a small con in the grand scheme of things, not that big of a deal. The bigger con, and this is, I only have two, and this could be a con or a pro depending on how you look at it, but these units only have 4 frequencies that they dial into. Let me grab one of these mics. Make sure this has batteries. Here we go, I'm gonna turn this on. Check 1, 2, 1, 2, check. I'm plugging up into the system right now. I don't know how well you can hear that or not. By the way, I used these last night, and we had just used our old mics, and then I plugged these in, and the person that was playing keys and singing was like, well, why didn't we use those mics? Those sound great. They actually do sound really, really good, which I guess I probably should have put as the top of the pros list, is they do sound really, really good, especially for the price point. They sound to me very, very similar to an SM58. And so anyway, so here's the thing. Let me show you this. When it turns on, I'm gonna just let you see this here. Okay, I don't know how well you can, let me see if I can focus on that. You can see that it's got this frequency here, which is great. 561.60 hertz. It's got channel 3. It's got these bars here to see if it's how well it's coming through. That is actually just a sticker. It's just, these don't change at all. It looks kind of higher end because you're like, oh, it's got a digital display of the frequency. This actually isn't a digital display. It might be in some way, but I think it's just a sticker, because when you turn it off, I don't know if that's gonna even pick up on camera, but you can still see the numbers on there, that it is not in fact a digital readout. And so these are tuned to specific ones. So like this one here, 561.60 hertz, that's what this microphone is tuned to. So if I have a system where I have other units that are going to be competing in frequencies, or I need to dial in a different frequency, this system does not have that capability. Now that may sound like, oh my gosh, that's horrible. That's not actually too abnormal with something in this price point. Usually they are, either you have a couple frequencies you can change to, or you got the frequencies and you get what you got. Fortunately for me and my setup, I haven't had any issues with it on these frequencies, and everything is coming in really clear. Again, with the antennas, because it has 2 antennas, it actually is going to pick up frequencies a lot better than if it just had 1 antenna, or a small antenna like this unit here has these small antennas on it. So that's the only con, is the battery compartment and the fact that the frequencies don't change. I do think it is kind of funny that it just has a printout instead of an actual LED readout, or even just blank, or written out. But at a glance, it looks like, hey, that's it's a higher end microphone, because they did make that digital printout. So anyway, for the money, I don't think for sub $200 you're gonna really do any better for 4 wireless mics. At the price point, This is very, very good. Everything is metal. It's good construction. It looks nice, and I have no problem using this in our kid system right now. So anyway, hopefully this was helpful to you. If you like this video, please hit the thumbs up. Subscribe to my YouTube channel for more content like this. Kennis Russell out. I'll see you in another video.